Everybody wants to play games. They're having, fun in practice and trying to regain some of their conditioning after our pause. But there's nothing like games. And, whoever's there, whoever's in the lineup, whatever combination or D partner you're playing with, they're going to be excited to see a different jersey, see a different team, and certainly play games. And I know the same could be said for the University of Maine. We'll have to, again, still kind of learn on the fly. 3 games doesn't make a season, and that's what we've played so far. But it's probably more of a blur than 100% memory of exactly what some of my assignments are, or, am I competing hard enough? That takes a little bit of time, and, hopefully we can plug in those areas pretty quickly.
Great. We'll take some questions. First, Carolyn.
Yeah. So you mentioned, it's been a long time since you've last played. I was just curious, how do you not just physically but mentally prepare your team to get back into game action for this upcoming week? And what's that like, whether it's amongst the coaching staff or the captains and whatnot,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination of things, and certainly the individual has a part to play themselves. And the good thing is nowadays these kids, they work extremely hard year round. I think back in the day there was a season, and then there was the off season, and probably with the exception of football, there wasn't everybody working out year round like the athletes do now. So the kids, even in the pause, the ones that were healthy, they still found ways to exercise, to work out. But it's a combination of everybody. My assistant coaches, strength and conditioning coach, the athletic trainers, they all have a part to do to make sure that we're keeping people safe. We're sort of monitoring what we're doing. And, we're at the mercy of, unfortunately, having more days off than you need at this time. They can bounce back quickly, but it still takes a while. And I think the mental part of it is just the 5 months of hurry up and wait, the 5 months of start, stop. When it's all said and done, if you look at it, we've had an awful lot of days of practice, but it's been practice in small groups, then some fulls, then some small groups again, a pause. And that's probably the toughest thing mentally. But, we've talked about it, control what you can, and, be ready for the face-off, be ready for the battle, be ready for, hopefully being in good enough shape to get through a game. Usually practice is tougher than a game, and I think that will be the case this time around. That trying to figure out when to stop practice, when to maybe do a couple extra sprints. It's never easy when you've got games right around the corner, but hopefully we've had a good balancing act, and all the people I mentioned before have done a great job helping the kids get ready.
Carolyn, if you have another question, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got one more. Just what's the overall mood amongst the team to finally get back in action?
Yeah, I just think every time they come to the rink, they're excited, and they, love the camaraderie. You get put into a pause, and the way things are set right now, you have a hard time going to see other teammates because you're not allowed in different dorms. There's only, at this time of year, there's only so much hanging outside you can do, which maybe is fine in May or back in September, when the weather was cooperative. But it gets tricky at this time of year, and that goes everywhere. You're not all in the locker room at the same time. We've taken 2 different buses to games, and so it really is a little bit of a challenge to stay connected as much as a team normally does. And that's not just our team. That's, I'm sure, the same for basketball and men's hockey and the other sports as they've practiced, but had to abide by all the safety rules. So, again, anytime they can get together, there is an awful lot of excitement and, just smiles on faces on the ice.
And just want to close, Coach. I just want to get your thoughts on the fact that starting Saturday, the NWHL bubble will get going in Lake Placid, and BU's got 9 former Terriers playing for all 6 teams up there. How how great it is as a coach to see your former student athletes succeed at the pro level and get to do so on such a great stage.
Yeah, I think the first and the most important thing is that there continues to be a drive, continues to be an effort to have professional hockey on the women's side. There's been people working for the cause for a while, and it seems like they have a little more substance now in the last 4 to 5 years. But it's going to be great for those kids to not only get back to playing for a couple weeks, but playing in a real historic, great site. I just think Lake Placid is one of the neat places that all 4 seasons it brings an entertainment level. It brings things to do, and I think for the kids, they'll certainly love playing up there. And the big rink, or if they're playing some games on the small rink, they'll still love it back there as well. But a neat little place where, you put a mask on, you can walk down that town and, look at the mountains, look at the snow, look at everything that's there. And hopefully everybody can stay safe and have fun and play some great hockey.